Hey guys, how's it going? Eitan here. Hope you're having a good day. So, just for some quick context on this live sales call, it was 30 minutes. I do a two-call close. So, the first call was 15 minutes just to understand what the lady is going through. And then the second call is usually 30 minutes where I go in depth and I show them what we do and everything. And my offer is just too good to say no to. So, even though she didn't really have any money, she went with it. And I hope you can learn something from it and good luck.
It, I have to figure out a way to, to do a better follow up.
Yeah, I see. So the lead generation is not really an issue, it's the follow-up and the lead nurturing.
The follow up. Yes.
Okay, I understand. Yeah, because you can get like a million leads and not follow up with them and they wouldn't really convert. So they say the money is in the follow-up.
Yes.
Yeah. So in terms of follow-up, what have you done already? Like in terms of following up and why do you think it didn't work?
Well, basically because I didn't have, so with the company that I'm with, my broker, they have KV Core and it's got that stuff to follow up with.
Mm,
But like there I go again, with the whole being, the social, not social media, but the tech thingy is, I have, they teach you or whatever. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how do I do that? Or,
right.
so I have the systems. I just don't know how to put them in, into
I
play.
see.
I mean, they can do so much for me. And I just,
Right. Right. That makes a lot of sense, Veronica. And it is tough because, it's hard to keep up with the norm when the software is always improving and there's more features and stuff like that. So I understand. Um, and in terms of what do you think you need to do, to get closer to your goal of basically following up more? Because after all, you said that's what would probably, after you generate the leads, what would probably get you closer to closing the deals. So
so,
what do you think you can do to basically get better at follow up or
so
start
I've
using the
got,
softwares? Yeah.
I've gotten to where I'm trying to, well, I'm gonna talk to my broker, because, because
Mhm.
I thought about like, getting like other realtors to help me, or like get them to, like talk to them, be like, hey, if I can't do it, hey, I'm willing to give you this customer if you just give me like 15 to 25%,
Mm.
and that way, because my biggest thing also is, and don't get, this is probably crazy too,
Yeah.
but I know I can do it, but then I feel like if I start doing this and then I get a lot of people, then I'm going to be so overwhelmed and
Mm.
I can't do it. And then I'm just going to be
Well, on
like,
the other hand,
I'm just going to be
Veronica,
like
isn't that
stressing myself out.
right? Isn't that a good problem to have?
Well, yes, it is. But I mean, at the same time, it's like I feel like I'm already stressed out. And then to kind of like stress myself out
Mm.
even more, I might
Right.
just, I might just be like, ah, and just have a nervous breakdown and be like, I can't do
Right.
this.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's why I kind of stick to like, okay, I want to, and a lot of people, or like, I sit there and think, okay, I can work, 'cause, well, with my job though, there's certain times between like October through February where those are like our busiest times. So
Mm.
at that time, there's probably not even any way that I mean, I could I could show them houses like, in the evenings or whatever. But if I was to, if we were to go through the whole process and we would have to, we would like, what is it called? Like take the contract. There's no way that I could meet them at the closing table either,
Mm.
because that's our busy hours and we can't, we can't really, ask for off during that time. But
Right.
of course now, we're already in our slower months. So I would say between February through September, then, I can, as long as I have the time, I can come and go as I please. So if I need to go do
Mm.
something, it's not like, she's going to say no and be,
Right. I see. So in terms of leads, we know now that there's you're lacking a little bit in the follow-up
yes.
because it's tough, to find the time, I understand. Um And in terms of the lead generation, what have you done that you saw success in? Like to
Um,
get the leads in the first place? What, did you get them from your brokerage or?
no, I got them from from running the ads. The only thing is that um um there well some of them from were like from my website. So when it was my website, that was different.
Right.
But when I was doing the lead generation through the ads, I would call them and they were like they'd give me wrong numbers or
Oh,
something was
right.
never it wasn't.
The leads
And
are
I was
weird.
like,
They're like weird.
yes, yes. So I was like, okay, well, what is like I'm paying so much money for this and they're not even giving me, you know, good phone numbers or whatever.
Right.
So, but the way that, I mean, whenever they were going to my website and they were actually looking, then, they would go to the CRM and I would go in there and those had actually numbers,
Mm,
they had the correct numbers or whatever. And, and I would I would talk to them and, what did they want and stuff like that. And, I've closed a few with them, but most of them have always been, just referrals, people that I know.
I see. I see. Oh, okay. And this company that you worked with that did the ads for you, you said it worked through the CRM. The numbers were correct.
Well, yes, 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 because what they did. So I tried a whole bunch of different. So I'm gonna say I probably tried. I'm not gonna say a whole bunch of them, but I probably tried like maybe two or three. So one of them was a foreclosure. The guy was like, "This works really well," and that one didn't work at all.
Mm,
I would call the customers and they're like, "Okay, if I didn't have a foreclosure list, they were like, no, we just want foreclosure list." And I'm like, okay. And then maybe at the time that we were doing the ad, there wasn't a lot of foreclosures. So it's like,
I see.
how am I going to send them a foreclosure list if I don't have one, in
Right.
the area that, that they were interested in? So I was like, you know what, I'm not doing this. This isn't working for me. And he was like, okay. And, I just, stopped, doing the ads with him.
Mm,
And then the other one, and see, but those were going to, I guess, he was doing his own thing and he would just send them to me in a spreadsheet and send them to me, like to my phone. I
right.
would get into my phone, the name and the phone numbers or whatever. And, so yeah, that didn't end up working. And
I
then,
see.
I was
So
going to recently.
why do you think it didn't work? Is it just you got the numbers, the leads you got were good. It just like the leads were a little weird, right? They weren't like there wasn't like some communication base between like maybe what the ad showed and what the lead wanted.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I would ask them like, hey, well, if we don't, we currently don't have any foreclosures at the moment, is there something, I mean, I could show you, I can give you other lists besides foreclosures. They're like, no, we
Right.
just wanted foreclosures.
Right.
I had a couple I had a lot of them actually. They were like that. No, we just want foreclosures. And it was like,
Mm,
oh, okay. Or
yeah.
no, I don't want to talk to you. I just want to see the list. And that, it was just like, oh, okay.
Right.
They wanted me to send them a list and they did not want to speak to me at all.
Mm.
And half the
So
time they were like, so I would call them and they were the right numbers and they would go straight to the voicemail and then they would text me back. No, the only thing I need is just the list.
I see.
And I'd be
Okay.
like, oh, okay, well, I apologize. But, then I'd ask them, okay, it's like, what list were you looking for? Where? And then they would give me a county and be like, okay. So then I would try to find a list and I'd be like, I apologize, that we don't have foreclosures in that area right now. Is there anything I can help you with? And they're like, no, we just
I
wanted the
see.
list. And it
That's
was like,
weird.
oh,
Okay,
okay.
so if let's say I were to get and how much were you spending on ads with them?
So I think I was spending anywhere between like, at the time it was like between $300 and $500.
Okay. Okay, so $300 to $500. So what we try to do is we focus on listings. We try to mainly focus on listings. We could also do buyers. And if the way we do it, we basically usually come through the approach of offering a free home valuation. So basically that means because you have to be truthful with the audience that you're sending the ads to, because then the leads don't come out, they come out weird and they don't come out good. And then the conversations are a little bit weird. So what we do is we basically, because you also have to offer something, some sort of value to the lead, right? Because why would the lead just list with you, right? Rather than he could go to someone else, right? So
Yes.
so we we approach on the side of a home valuation. So what that means is when the lead comes in, they're expecting to get the free home valuation, and what that means is you will call them up, and then it'll be obvious what they're looking for and what you want to do, and then you'll say, "Hey, this is Veronica, and I saw you submitted a form on my ad for getting a free home valuation." And obviously we would call them up for you, right? So mostly you won't have to do this. And then we would basically tell them, yeah, oh, sounds good. Okay, we would ask questions to qualify them, like when are you looking to sell, how many bedrooms and baths, and all that is to warm them up. And then we basically tell them, oh yeah, so we're calling on behalf of Veronica, and Veronica, we would basically transfer them to you, and you would set a time to meet with them and go to their house. And then what you would do is you would basically go through their house, talk with them, see what they're looking to get, right? See what they're looking to get, what they're looking like, how, like basically their timeline and everything. And then from there, you basically give them a professional estimate of how much you think their home is worth based on the median price. And, you do some research on your own, and it's not really an appraisal, right? It's not an appraisal. It's a professional valuation from a realtor. And then once you tell them a price, then they're like, okay, you tell them the price. You get back to them a few days later or whatever. And then from there, that's a way to get your foot in the door. And you tell them, awesome. So now that you have your home valuation, if you'd like, I can help you with anything else that you want to. And then because you already helped them get an estimate of how much their home is worth, you can tell them, yes, I would go ahead and list the home for you, and I would help you find interested buyers who are willing to buy the home. And that's basically, in a nutshell, how it should go.
Okay.
And so we run the ads for you, and we create them for you. And we're in the works of creating a SaaS software where it basically lets you run the ads yourself, but you'll have to manage the leads and basically have the conversation with them back and forth through the software, which you said that you're not like super tech savvy. So maybe going this route would be better. And also there's no upfront costs.
Okay.
So what would it would go like this. So we would run the ads for you. We would run the funnels and everything, and we create you a funnel. So this could be if you have a domain already, if you have a website or not, we could create you one. And the lead goes through that. We could show you here. Let me share my screen so you see an example.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. Here, so as you can see, this is our software. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so this is our software. There's a lot of things. It might look like a lot at once, but it's just very intuitive. You have a launch pad where here you could connect your Google My Business, and it basically gets you more reviews, right? When a realtor has a lot more reviews, then you rank higher on Google, and people look up realtor in what area are you in, by the way?
I'm in Pleasanton.
Pleasanton, what state?
I'm in Texas.
Oh, Texas.
So I'm south of San Antonio.
Okay. South of San Antonio. Okay. So we would run the ads locally around a 15-mile radius. And you would basically get the leads into here. So you would see opportunities. You can see here, let's go to one of our clients. Here, Tim Clark. So here you can see there's the leads. So they would come into new lead, and you would see all the leads right there in front of you. And then you could basically follow up with them. So we send them the messages automatically for you, and we follow up with them for you. And you can see, we called them, we tried them twice, and then we would transfer them to you. Okay. And And
Okay.
through here, we have the automations that we use. I can show you. It might seem a little too much, a little like a lot at once. So this is how the automation looks in the back end. So you can see once the form is submitted, which here I can show you how it looks. Offer.timmclark.com. So this is how the funnel would look, obviously with your domain and your name and everything. So after they click the ad on Facebook, this is what the lead would see. So they would see, what's my home worth now, right? Recent home sales have affected your home's value. Take our 30-second quiz below to get your new home's value for free. So then they put in their address, right? And we ask like, when are you thinking of selling? And then all of this information you already have once we transfer the lead to you.
Okay.
And then you have they put their full name, their email. And then what happens is they submit the form. And then your application was received successfully. And then that's it, basically. And here we would connect your calendar. So if you want a lot of them, if the lead is higher quality, then the calendar would go in here and they can book themselves into your calendar. So that means that with a 15-minute, a 10-minute, here you can see a free 10-minute phone consultation where they'll basically talk with you, and you'll see it come up and we'll send you a message and it sends you a message and everything. So that's basically how it looks. And then you can see here, it starts sending, it waits 1 minute and it sends them the SMS, right? So the first SMS is hi, and then their name. I just got your free home valuation request for, and then it puts their address. By the way, how many beds, baths do you have, right? So we're trying to start a conversation. So the goal here is to start a conversation, to get them going, to get the lead in. We convert usually around 25% of the leads coming in, maybe a little lower, a little more, it depends on the area. So let's say if you get 50 leads for the month, that means like maybe 10 to 20 of them would actually be calls, phone calls.
Okay.
And it's all a numbers game. So there's 10 to 20 phone calls, depending on how good you are with calling them and with talking with them and how interested they are. Then they would convert to an appointment where you go and see their house. And then from there, it's high chances for them to list with you.
Okay.
So here, let's go back and you can see once the lead comes in. Here, this is, he didn't get any leads yet. So let's refresh here. So if you'd like, you'll have full access to the software. We'll just be managing everything for you.
Okay.
So basically, yeah, so that's basically how it works. If you'd like, I can show you some ads, the ads that we run. So here's one ad that we ran, for example. This is with a very low budget. I'll show you here. So we create creatives for you and graphics and everything, depending on your local area. So here's one of them. So this it might seem a little complicated, but we manage this for you. So that's very a good thing, right?
Okay.
So here, this is just for example, right? So Cary homes are selling fast. Thinking of selling, right? And we create an ad and we basically convert the people who are looking at the ad, and we create, this is in Cary, North Carolina. So they would click learn more, right? So this is how they see the ad. You're seeing the back end here. So maybe you can understand more how it works. So you can see the learn more here. And once they click learn more, they get directed to the funnel.
Then they get there. Okay.
Right. So that's basically how it works. And we create all of this for you in the back end. And then they come in, and then they come in through here. And then the lead is nurtured. And we basically call them and we see their information. And some of them book into your calendar. And that's basically it, in a nutshell, how it works.
Okay. And then
Um,
all of
yeah,
this. So the only thing that I would be paying for is the ad.
yes, the
And
ads.
then of course, once we close, then I will give you a percentage of what the sale was.
Yes,
Okay.
correct. So I just want to tell you, up front, I am honest, and we are pretty new. I've done my research for the past 7 months. We've been in the industry for 7 months. Um, and we've worked with a few other realtors. Also, very conveniently, my dad is a real estate agent. So I've
Oh,
ran
okay.
ads for him, and he actually, we got very good results within like 2-3 weeks. This is with a $500 a month ad spend. So within like 2-3 weeks, we got like with almost like 3 in-person meetings.
With
So,
$500.
yeah, with 500.
Okay.
So that's just around a ballpark. It's different for each area. And always, if you'd like, we can start lower. And then once the results come in and you can see that it works, you can increase the budget, and that just increases the results.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. So the only reason I'm asking is because I tried this before
Hmm.
with another company or whatever.
Right.
And but with that company, of course, I paid them an upfront fee, and I didn't.
Mm.
He literally, like, I don't know how many times he called me and apologized because they had gotten so busy, and still till this day, they were going to do the same thing. And I'm not saying
Mm.
that, and maybe I guess because you're a newer company that maybe,
Right. So you could take advantage of this.
okay,
You know what I mean? Right?
yeah,
Because take advantage of the fact that we're a new company and we're a new agency, and that I've taken like the most extensive courses, and we have a media buyer on our side that he's done this. He runs a bunch of different ads, and he helps consult us, and we run the ads together. And yeah, and that's basically it. You're
okay,
taking advantage of the fact that we're a new company, and because I'm new, then I'm not charging any setup fee,
okay, okay,
right?
okay.
So
So
do you have
what?
any questions?
What I was going to say. So, what is it
Mhm.
that you would need? Like access to my social media, or how? What I mean, what do we
So
need to do to start?
good question, Veronica. So do you already have an ads manager, right? On like a business
Yes,
account?
yes.
Okay, perfect. So all we would have to do is for you to, I would send you my business manager. Maybe tomorrow or later this week, we can get on another call. Well, I'll show you here on
Okay,
here, so it's much easier. We would onboard you. You would just share access to your ad account and to your profile
okay,
page, so we could run the ads through your page, and then that's basically it. And then I would work on the creatives and on the ad, and I would run them by you to make sure that the median home prices are correct and everything like that. And then you would approve, and we would publish the ads, and we would go from
okay,
there.
okay, okay. That sounds good.
Awesome. So it was nice speaking to you.
Yes.
I just want you to know, like, we are also working on the software. While we're using our own software,
Hmm.
we're working on improving it. And there's a lot of different features that you can use. So for example, you said you have a list, right? If I remember, of clients that you can reach out
Yes,
to.
I have to go. Yes.
Yeah. So how you said there's like 100 people on that list?
Yes. So, yes, so I right now what I have is I pay for and I just recently started doing this. I pay
Mhm.
for what is that company name? I don't know, but they are a company that gives you like the
Realtor, Zillow.
no, like they give you expireds, and then they give you a list of expireds with their name and their phone number, anything
Mhm.
that expired, any for sale by owners, um and they come over, and I can put them in an Excel spreadsheet and
Mm.
work on them from there.
I see. Yeah. So what we would do, we would take them and put them in our software, and then send out messages to all of those people.
Okay.
That way, like automatically we would send out messages, and whoever responds back, just heads up, you like with these lists, you do get a lot of no's, but that's our goal, right? Because
Yeah.
imagine you're reaching out to someone random and they don't know who you are. Of course, you introduce yourself, but they don't know who you are. You get a lot of no's. Our goal is to get an answer, and it's okay if it's a no, right? Our
Oh
goal is
yeah,
to
no,
find the
I
yeses.
totally get that. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. So we can actually start also while we start the ads, we can start with that list. I'll give you some time to
Okay.
find it, and then we would send out the messages to all the people, and that would be a way to actually maybe get you a client or two in the door.
Okay.
Yeah, so it would be also better to pay for the ads. Yeah, so it sounds good. I will send you another link where you can schedule another 30-minute meeting, and we can go
Okay.
over. I'll start the ads meanwhile, and then we would be able to go over everything.
Okay. And about the other list, how would I get you? How would I get you those lists?
Which lists?
The list that you said about the ones that are coming in before we start the ads.
Oh no, so the list of the people, I mean a list that you already have, an existing list.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So how would you get that to me?
Yes.
So it could be a Google Spreadsheets.
Okay.
You could just email it to me,
Okay.
or you can text me the link, or any way you want. You have my email, right? Aton@agentdive.
At agentdive.com.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yes,
So
I
I
think
think
so.
I think I also
whenever.
sent you an email with the meeting link.
Yes. Okay. So that's your email because I saw that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says Eaton at agent. Okay.
Perfect. So I just want to clear something. Veronica, we don't have a setup fee. The reason a lot of other agencies out there charge setup fees is not just to cover initial costs that they have for starting everything, but also to show like an emotional commitment to basically following up, like talking with the leads that we get you and everything. So I do trust you, and we don't have a setup fee for that reason. My goal, I just want to get you good results, right?
Okay.
And to work with you and to keep working with you. So in terms of ad spend, like do you want like to think about it for the next few days, or?
Yes, let me think about it. Because like I said, I was thinking 200, but like I said before, I was spending 300 to like 500, not the full 500, but
Right.
that was my goal. But
So
I
what's
was
the median home price where you live?
so our medium home price is I think it's like 350.
350. Okay.
Yeah, but but see here in this area. But of course I do San Antonio too, which is a bigger city or whatever, and their medium is between 350 to 5.
Okay. Okay, so we'll mainly target the area that's closer to you. So it's
Okay.
easier for you. Also because the ad budget is low. Usually if you have a higher ad budget, you could target other areas too.
Okay.
So if you close a deal that's 350,000, that means you get a 3%, right?
Yes.
So that's $10,500
Yes.
for a deal. So
Yes.
that means that even if you spend $1,000 in ad spend that's like 3.5 months, right? With $300 every month, that means you still make almost 10 times your money.
Yes.
So it's an investment to the business here.
Yes.
And how much money do you pay the broker?
So my broker's 10%.
10%. Wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, 10%. And then we would take 20%. Okay. So a referral is 25, right? But because you're committing here to pay for ad spend, then we take off that 5%, right? To give you that wiggle room.
Okay.
So that would mean that you pay us 20%. That means you would make on the median home price around $7,500 after everything going out.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just letting you know here with the numbers, that it totally works.
Okay.
Okay, so that sounds good. I'll send you over the link. You can take a day or two, think about it, how much money you would like to invest in your business, and that's it. I appreciate your time and thank you for this call, Veronica.
Thank you.
Of course. Have a
Have a
good
good
one.
day. You too. Bye bye.